Yeah, I'm eating.
Like drop. What they talking about jolly video?
What are you doing this video?
Or the I don't got BLM in my bio. That what's the name? Oh, what if somebody want to get on here and talk to both of us? That'd be lit.
And you just you got the passcode?
Yeah. To get your Wi-Fi on here?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Let's see who all on live. Nobody. Who's that? Trevor Norris was good, bro.
Only record the live and get that.
We have to let y'all know how happy this makes me, all three of y'all together.
This is 2.5 of us right
What's
now.
up,
One
man?
of us asleep. One of us came to Tulsa to get some sleep.
Two of the greatest black creators on TikTok. I appreciate you two brothers. I appreciate you.
Humble, honored.
What's up, fellas? What's good? Got the crunching munch. Hey, they tripping. I'm popping this popcorn. They got me fucked up. I'm finna eat me some popcorn. Listen, this was a gift. This was a welcome gift.
And he's still not getting on this crunching munch. He already got my gummies. I share my gummies with him. He's not getting any crunching munch.
He told me, here, man, hold this. I was like, oh, thank you, I appreciate it. He told me, why you appreciating my gummies? Doug, VFP, relax yourself. She a mess.
Where the weed at?
I'm weak as hell. BM2 surface warfare, air warfare, IDS, what's up? What's good? There's a dog behind. Oh, doggy. Oh, okay. I'm about to say. Oh, she was saying doggy.
Yeah, you know I can't go anywhere without Bella.
I gotta channel my inner consciously. Education
Is elevation. Let's get it. And then you gotta buckle up for the ride. Thanks for the ride, lady.
Straight up. So I said, no way. Yes, I love this, OMG. Or you guys know each other in real life?
No, we don't know each other.
We just found each other on the side of the road.
Yeah, he said he was flying all the way from Hawaii. And I said, okay.
Wait, what I missed? The Kings linked? Well, 2.5.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm from Monterey, Canada, near Naval Postgraduate School. I can't with y'all. Let me get a goofy. Goofy. How's it going, gentlemen? Oh, it's chill. Listen, I told you I'm popping this popcorn.
Yeah, he popped the popcorn, right?
I'm gonna pop this popcorn.
Got some jazz, some crunching munch, some dogs, got some crunching munches and some popcorn and some rock. Mm-hmm. Y'all see him over there behind me? Yeah, he's asleep. I guess I can go to the live and look at the comments on my phone, cause violate another one of my videos. I just can't win.
Facts. Where are we going live from? From Tulsa, Oklahoma. I like your tracksuit, T. Nathan.
Thank you. If Brianna can do it, I can.
Hey, saying you three together has brought me so much joy. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Let me get a buckle up. Buckle up.
Let's talk about it.
Hey, brought me so much joy.
I'm gonna put it.
I'm
Put it on mine. Turn that down so I can,
And where was you in Conscious Rhythm at in T. Nathan video today? Non-existent.
They don't have no rhythm. I was trying to hype them up, right?
Let's go. Dr. Manhattan, what's good with you? He need a blanket.
Yeah, we could be nice and give him a blanket, but we turned the heat up.
Super jealous. We're still in lockdown. I need a hang session I'm living through you guys. Oh, y'all tried though.
Ooh. Yeah, you can't just let Anthony move. Look, this is what happened.
There we go.
He started moving the iPad and out of focus.
3 inspirational brothers in one place. I'm all about it.
Thank you.
Wait, what stage do teenage and the Ispeak live in? I live in Hawaii. Jake Paul won. I seen he knocked dude out in the first round. Good day, Goofy.
Do I ever think about switching up my beard color? I do switch up my beard color. My beard has been blonde. It's been several colors. I just like henna.
Facts. Clearly they've been following.
I just always come back to henna. You should have a friendly debate about a topic like Nerf or something. Debate's a war. Just gotta break it down to you. There's no such thing as a friendly war, right?
Facts. There are no friends in the war.
There are no friends in debate.
You are not my friend. You are my adversary.
Jay Williams J would be cool in this gathering.
You giving Bella Crunch Munch?
No, she took it.
Bro.
Yeah, she took the crunch of mine. I'll share with her. I won't share with you. He had to go pop his own popcorn.
Are you a professor at Morehouse?
Cool. Yeah.
But none of us even close to Georgia.
We're not in Georgia.
But you know what? Listen, when I'm at Airbnb,
Sit down my purple.
just like my house, I'll get me a bowl.
I don't know what you eating. I don't know. You know, eating hot, he's stuffing his hand in a hot bag.
Like a peasant.
Yeah. I'm a peasant when it comes to crunching my dough. I'm just gonna tell you. I can't take time to pour it out the bag. Do I think the Jake Paul fight was staged? Not me personally. What's the point in staging it?
It's like an inexperienced fighter went up against a semi-experienced fighter, and we seen the outcome.
Yep.
Y'all gotta stop thinking that just because people can do a little training video and punch a bag, that they can beat somebody in real life.
Right.
Y'all gotta stop thinking that. That man went up against Jake Paul. Jake Paul knocked his goofy ass out.
Goofy got knocked out.
Here's what it is.
Butter toffee.
Why does TikTok give us a violation and then change it after we appeal? I have no idea. That has happened to me multiple times. What has been the best part of being together?
The jokes. The jokes.
Just the experience. Where's Eddie Brock? At home?
3 hours away.
What's good, guys? Sending mad aloha from New Zealand. Let's go. Malcolm, what's good? Are you getting vaccinated? I'm already vaccinated.
Yeah, I have antibodies.
What's your favorite Nerf series? The Ultra.
I concur.
I feel like they're the most accurate. A lot of people say that they don't like them. Me personally, I say, okay, well, show me you shooting.
Yeah, and I like the aesthetic of it.
And then they can't produce a video of them shooting it.
Right. Hey, where's our video of shooting today?
What's on?
On us shooting.
We talking about us shooting conscious?
No, us shooting.
Oh, like shooting.
Shooting.
Oh, they're on my phone.
Oh.
I'll send it to you.
Well,
Yeah, I'll send it to you. Actually, we can post those tomorrow.
we can post those. They gonna.
You think so? I've seen multiple. Oh, they were white, so.
Yeah, like black men shooting guns for real. Yeah, they gonna ban our account.
We're definitely thugs.
Yeah. I shoot better though. I'm the better shooting thug. Well, handgun wise.
Definitely a better shot.
Handgun wise, I'm a better shooter.
Well, I'm nasty with a rifle.
Yeah.
No cap.
I didn't start firing rifles till I was way over 16.
Good to see you too. Do you understand how much I love you guys? Listen, we love you too.
OG Power Rangers. No, we have a little more than
I'm about to say, I think that's white.
Uh-oh. There he is. You see him? He has moved.
The conscious Lee is now conscious.
And I've been tilt this chair over on live because I never live it down.
Joining you from Fayetteville, North Carolina. How many logged hours at the range do you guys have? Well, considering I mostly shoot in random people's backyards.
And considering I shoot at random people. But anyway, that's another story. We gotta have more kind of range hours.
I'd have to look at my logs because we got to qualify 2 times a year. But at the job that I'm doing now, we don't have to qualify because I drive small boats. So I just go to the range whenever I get ready. You guys are the reason why my screen time is up. I told y'all it was his bedtime.
I know your neighbors. I know your neighbors love y'all. And we kind of tamed.
What do y'all eat? Well, he eating Crunchy Munch. I'm eating popcorn.
Yeah, because I wouldn't give him any Crunchy Munch. He had to pop his own popcorn.
What's next on the agenda?
Coffee.
Yep, so today we went to a black-owned soul food spot. Then we went to a black-owned seafood spot.
Yeah, they went to a black-owned seafood spot.
He didn't eat the seafood. And then tomorrow we're going to a black-owned coffee shop. And we walked Black Wall Street.
I'll probably do some more tomorrow. When
you gotta do that Route 66 video.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I gotta do a Route 66, something on Route 66. I don't know.
It's the popcorn chewing for me. Is that Demeja? What's up, baby girl?
It's the popcorn chewing for me. Red. I love your content. Thank you. The food looked.
Thank you for all you guys do.
Oh, you saw us at Wanda J's?
Oh yeah, Wanda J's, yeah.
So y'all just a hype house now, huh? You know what?
Listen, we are
for the weekend.
We are our own hype house.
Facts. It's like the Dora Milaje say, wherever we are, it's a hype house.
Facts.
We have jurisdiction wherever we are. What's up, Denver?
It's me. I'm here. Hi, guys. What's up, Demeja? There's a little museum on Greenwood. You should check it out. Oh, I think we did go to the museum.
A Silhouette?
No. Well, they might be talking about the gallery that was next to Silhouette.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Wasn't that called Silhouettes too?
Mm-mm. It was just a gallery.
Okay.
But it wasn't open though.
Yeah, it wasn't open. We went to the...
Where's Conscious Lee? Sleep on the couch?
Look, the young guys can't keep up.
Wanda J goes hard, period.
Yes, it did. Did you see how much he eats? Yeah, okay. That's the thing I found out about him that I didn't know. He found out that I was much taller than he thought. I found out that he eats chicken and fish at the same damn time. I mean, she was looking at us like, who's the other person? That would be him.
Okay, with the lean.
Unconsciously. Yeah. I told him when I get ready to go to sleep, I'm locking the door. There will be no filming of TV while you sleep. And Bella not gonna let him get in, just trying to sneak in. Lee was sipping that drink earlier, now he's slumped.
Hey fellas, keep doing what y'all doing.
Wait,
am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? Your eyes are not deceiving you.
This is not a test.
My Tulsa flag, that is the BLM flag on my house. I got at Silhouettes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, lit.
Brandon, we met you earlier today.
Oh yeah, Brandon was the one that pulled up.
Yeah, he was the one that
Brandon,
pulled up.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
He got scared.
You almost caught a 2-piece in a biscuit, my guy. But you identified yourself quick as hell, my guy.
Yeah.
He was like, "You that guy from TikTok?" Who's asking?
Yeah. Yeah, hanging out with some black guy with a red beard. It's kind of hard to go incognito with a red beard. Who planned this gift? The ancestors.
Facts.
The ancestors.
My TikTok dreams have come true. I'm weak as hell. Not your TikTok dreams.
Oh, we're gonna tell you. Tomorrow, well, later today, we're going live. We went live on Anthony's channel earlier today, and we're raffling off to the highest bidder a vintage welding masks, and we signed it. All of us signed it. Metal Melter signed it, who made Anthony's buckle up, and who does all the artwork you see in my house that is involving metal. Nick did it on Metal Melter. Consciously, he got, where's Conscious? Hey, we're gonna show you what Conscious is. We're gonna show you Conscious. But anyway, we're gonna go live tomorrow on my TikTok, and we're raising money for those who happen to be homeless. So the highest bidder, we're gonna mail them an autographed mask. Yeah, that's what Metal Melter made for George. Conscious. Yeah. Elevation, education. Yeah, rules the nation. Yeah. 3 of my favorite TikTokers. Love y'all. Thank you. We're humble.
We said, what do my shorts say? I don't got on shorts. I got on pants.
She has on pants.
They Dragon Ball Z pajamas. It's so awesome seeing you guys together.
It's like
this.
Black Panther, Blue Marvel, and Nick Fury hanging out together. I'm Blue Marvel. I'm Blue Marvel. Yeah, I'm Blue Marvel. Actually, I'm Apocalypse. Yeah, but yeah, if you want to make me, because that was Apocalypse Egyptian too.
Lena, I was in your live earlier.
Write a book together.
Wait, are all 3 in the same location?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, Conscious is asleep. OPM can beat Goku though.
That's probably my moderator. Is that Brandon?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's my mod. Yeah.
Wait, are you all 3 in the same location? Yes. Well, technically, we woke.
We're in the same dimension.
Yeah, Conscious. Oh, he moves. He moves. Yeah, he's in the sleep dimension right now.
DBZ is not for me. Oh, it's all good dimension.
I'll send you the book I speak.
I'll send
You
you
see,
the book.
there he is. He just got up. Go. Could you guys make a video of book recommendations?
How many times we done made book recommendation videos?
Go to my page and look in my my link tree.
Actually, you know what we need to do?
And you can find it there.
We need to put our book recommendation videos under our playlist.
That's a good idea. I'll make some new ones then. I will make a playlist of books. Yes. Yeah, that'll take me a couple of years. Yeah, I'll make that.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to, if y'all not going to read these books, don't be asking me to make no playlist and y'all not reading the books.
Facts.
But tell you what you read, get Black Sands. Yeah, we're going to do a promo for Black Sands because it's
Definitely
great.
get Black Sands. There's too much power in one room, can destroy everyone. Y'all should make a podcast. Listen, we in different time zones.
Yeah, that means we are going to make a podcast. Yeah.
Consciously got conscious real quick.
No, he's been out. Yeah, we have. Yeah, he's been out. We made videos of him out.
I'm always looking for good books to read.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do a playlist. That's a good idea. But you can also, if you can't wait, go to my bio, look at my link tree, and my book recommendations are in there under the book club.
Hey George, you going to bed? I sleep already.
Yeah. Should have went to the room first. He wouldn't have got a video made about it.
What you eating? Popcorn?
What's up, Jeremy Mack? Or y'all all in Chicago? If so, link with Jay Williams. Jay. Nope, we're not in Chicago.
Jay Williams Jay from Chicago?
Yeah,
Oh, that's lit.
Chicago.
Him and Young Merc could probably meet up.
Yeah.
That'd be lit.
The music is mad exquisite. Thank you.
Pandora, Saxophone Summit Radio, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
what time is it where you are? It is 1:36 a.m.
I got a tough question. How do you...
So glad to see the Kings together. Original Silver Fox.
I got a tough question. How do you civil rights, community work, and military service as active United States Navy? Yeah. I hate acronyms.
So how do I
Silver
do...
Fox, what's
So
up?
essentially, how do I do activism and be in the military?
Yeah. How do you
So-
work the schedule?
So I talked about this a few times, but the thing about it is, what you have to do is you have to ensure that you know what your branch's social media guidelines are, as well as what your UCMJ articles are. And for those of you that don't know what the UCMJ is, it's the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So it says what you can and what you cannot do, both in uniform and outside of the uniform. So you make time for what's most important in your life, and activism is important to me.
Honestly, it was a pleasure to meet you all.
Sorry I had to run back to work. But you're both inspirational.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just watch yourself when you're running up on us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I when I came out, I was like, oh, I'm about to box. Yeah. But Brandon was nice. Thank you for the recommendation. Also,
Absolutely. Wanda J's was lit. Yeah,
Wanda J's was lit.
I had a lot of food.
Yeah, he had a lot of food. He had a lot of food. Him and Conscious Lee can eat.
Indeed, both of you in the same room love it and rise up to be well-educated, strong men and educate others. Would you ever leave the military in the same regards? Oh yeah, in 3 years I'm getting out.
My respect for you guys, all three of you.
I'm done
with me. Thank you, honor and humble.
How long are you guys hanging out? Conscious is leaving what, tomorrow?
Yeah.
And then we rolling out Monday. Hey, Young Merc, what's good, baby?
Hey, Young Merc, everybody's asking about you. They're trying to get us to kidnap you and bring you down here.
Yeah, so you gotta tell the wifey, you know what I'm saying?
How many hours you from Tulsa, Young Merc?
You're gonna have to drive down here, bro.
Yeah, you can hang out with us. We'll wait for you to Monday. You got to Monday to 4 o'clock. As a matter of fact, if you want to hang out, you got to Monday to like 2 o'clock.
Facts.
And then we can do a live for an hour, and then you can drive back to Chicago.
Facts. So you might as well get on the road now.
See, if you make it tomorrow, you can hang out for a while. You ain't got to worry about a place to sleep. Conscious is now woke up, so there's a couch to sleep.
Thanks.
My mom always says the military was no place for black people. What's your thought? Historically, black people have served in the military honorably and admirably. And yes, I understand what you're saying. And we have never reaped the benefits of that service fully. But it's not really about military service. It's about the opportunities you create with that military service, right? Our country has extracted our blood, sweat, tears, and life from us, and we should extract something back. The military career is one of the fastest ways in this country to support and to educate yourself. And that's what I say, take advantage of it. And
I would just, to piggyback off of that, because I think you very eloquently stated that. Goodness gracious. Service is beyond you. It's bigger than you. It was here before you. Goodness gracious. It's going to be here after you. I'm sorry, it's going to be here during you and after you. So at the end of the day. Oh, what's up, babe?
There's the queen.
Goodness gracious, pass me my mic. Good.
There's one in there. You want another one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he needs another one. Yeah. He thinking 3%. Thinking 3%.
Goodness gracious.
Do you all hear what's new in Minnesota?
What's poppin', family? Good to see y'all.
Something
good to see y'all tuning in.
Yeah, I just got your message. Giannis.
Bro, you good? Yeah, I don't know, that popcorn just took a left turn when it wasn't.
You don't have that with the smooth taste of Crunch Munch. You don't have that problem.
Not you doing an ad for Crunch Munch.
I know. I told them I would. Y'all would just get mad at me because I'm doing Crunch Munch for free. All they got to do is, they can pay me in Crunch Munch. Yes, I'd have a Crunch Munch jacket.
Listen.
Yeah. They can just pay me in Crunch Munch.
No wonder Leah asleep. This jazz music is knocking me out. Chatting from Africa. What's good?
What's up?
It took a left at Albuquerque. It took a left at Albuquerque.
2 goats, 1 room. Yeah, it sounds like a podcast. 2 goats, 1 room.
Thank you for both inspiring me to pursue my PhD. Let's go.
Let's go. What's your PhD? What's your doctor's philosophy in? What's your PhD gonna be in?
My mama used to eat Crunchy Munch all the time. Josiah, what's good?
Do you all support hearing Hispanic voices Nice content, by the way. You guys.
Sure.
Of course. Oh, more. I mean, yeah.
I can't stop eating. What's up, Keita?
Thank you. What do you say to those who are currently traumatized with the constant?
What's this?
Trauma
Just
is
the constant
hard.
black trauma?
Yeah, the constant trauma of today's. Our history is of trauma.
Protect your peace.
And protect your space.
Yep.
And I mean that internally and externally. And you have to. You have to do that.
Learn how to tell people no. Far too often we allow people into our space or into our atmosphere that don't really need to be there.
Yeah.
People that don't deserve to be in your presence. And that's not on you being arrogant. That's not on you being braggadocious. That's not on you feeling like you're better than people. Some people genuinely don't need to dwell in your presence. Period.
Safe space.
Some people are not good for your energy. And you ever been around a person and you just genuinely feel uncomfortable? That's your spirit telling you that this person's not good for your energy.
Yeah.
And we don't listen. We don't listen. We try to compromise in areas that we shouldn't be compromising.
Never.
I'm not compromising my peace for nobody.
I'm not.
You're not good for my peace?
My
I'll holler at you.
Yeah.
What state y'all in? Oklahoma?
Where the wind comes rushing down the plain. Oh yeah, this is my merch. This is part of my merch line. But my merch line is like this. There's a link in my bio to some of it. But sometimes I just walk in and I just design something and wear it.
First chapter of my dissertation is Dear Mama, Mothering in the Hood, the Black and Brown Experience.
What is your field?
I think we missed it.
Yeah, did I miss your field? Greetings. I like what Maya Angelou says. People will always show you who they are. Yeah, and it's not people's fault that we don't realize it. It's our fault.
When are you going goofy hunting? Shoot, go look at Conscious and T. Nathan page.
Yeah.
We done hunted a couple goofies.
You go look at Conscious page because mine is under review. My goofy hunt video is under review.
Peace and love from Milwaukee. What's good? That's a long flight to the island, isn't it? Hell yes. I had a 7-hour layover in Portland and then a 3.5-hour layover in Dallas. We ended up just driving up. What up? Hope Oklahoma is treating you well. 100%.
Yeah, we didn't.
I love when y'all go goofy hunting.
Yeah. You're wrong.
The Eye of Horus. Let's go, honey, with the knowledge.
Who's dropped some knowledge about the Eye of Horus?
My wife.
Oh.
I guess someone's asking about the symbol on your shirt. Are y'all doing a presentation together in Oklahoma?
Yeah. No. Both of these.
To both of these?
Yeah. We're actually, Black Wall Street.
You ain't shit.
Yeah, y'all can't put us both together. Y'all didn't know that. Yeah.
Where's Conscious? Sleep.
Yeah, he probably gonna be like up in the morning talking about let's get it.
Right.
Yeah.
Women of color feminisms. What about it? Oh, I think that's what they said that their doctorate is in. Women of color feminisms.
All right. Good.
You get the baby smoke for that baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the trauma from the police and the white supremacy that we see every day, everywhere, every day.
You have to understand that we don't have post-traumatic stress. We have current traumatic stress. And we have to find you have to find your own tool to navigate it. I can sit and tell you what I do. That doesn't necessarily mean it'll work for you, but navigate it you must. That's a given. I mean, we must navigate this because we must use that fuel to that fire to fuel our march towards justice and end of oppression. So I know that you might not like that answer, but that is the answer we have to look at.
Let me see if we can pull up on anybody.
Anybody worth pulling up?
No.
Jeremy, go live.
Oh yeah, Jeremy, if you in here, go live, bro.
Go live. We'll pull up on you. We'll pull up on random people.
I don't even know if he got dual lives though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you might not have Dual Live, and we can't pull up on you.
Hello, so happy to see y'all linked up. Hey guys, what up, Emiko?
Oh, why am I looking at that? That's why I got this over there. What's good? What's good? Tell me how I have so many friends dealing with the stress of today. It was like Shannon Sharp. I was listening to it, and I really liked his statement when he was talking about some people talk about they have black friends, and they should just be saying they just know black people. They don't have black friends. Their attitude shows it. And that was so profound because sometimes, you'll see somebody and they're like, this is my black friend. If you introduce your friend like that, that's not your friend. You just know somebody who's black. What's up, Mike? I see you.
He said his invitation got lost in the mail. Who was that? Trail Go Hard?
Yo.
Okay, let's do it. What's good, man?
Man, trying to figure out how this stuff work, man.
You ain't never did the Do It Live?
Nah.
Oh, yeah.
I just been going down the list. Just tap and see what's going to happen. So, somebody that accepted, I guess. I don't know how to hear that shit.
Oh, true that. Well, appreciate you for pulling up, man.
Word. Y'all might got a little session going on or something.
You know what I'm saying? We just chilling.
Cool, just cool.
Just
word.
chilling. It's randomly blessing people with some lives.
Blessing. Oh, hold on. I have to look this song. A meal. Hold on now, Phil. That's not even right.
What are you talking about?
That's not right. What I do? I just do quotes and stuff.
You say you do quotesy stuff?
Quotes and stuff.
Oh, quotes. Oh, okay. What's your favorite quote?
My favorite quote. I got a lot of favorite quotes. I ain't even gonna care. Every quote I see, I like. I just put it in the video.
All right.
True. They said they finna fly out. Oh, true that. All right, bro. Appreciate you, man.
All right, Sam.
That was
I got touchdown.
Interesting.
And I'm with my peoples right now.
Who's to that? Mike?
EB.
Oh, Eb?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Audrey? Have you seen the news about Anthony J. Thomason? Nope.
Minnesota?
Who's that?
Let's go see. Is this another shooting in Minnesota?
The Kings are together.
Anthony J. Thompson. Oh, Knoxville.
Anna Samuels was good.
A student in Knoxville.
At the high school.
Yeah.
The student who was shot.
Yeah.
What up, Cannon? Oh, is that the one where they said that the cop actually shot himself?
Actually shot himself, yeah.
Yeah. Goodness gracious. And then the fact that we living through all of this, man.
They reclassified the shooting.
Oh, they reclassified it to what? Hey, from Nashville. What's good?
What's up, Nash?
The collab of the century. You three should have an all true black news website.
We have the RNNN. Just got to tune into it. RNNN.
We do reports from time to time.
Yeah. Whenever the content requires it. Yeah. For us, by us, about us.
Facts.
Living through history with our movement. We're always living through history.
Elijah, what's good? We was just talking about you on our other live.
What's going on in Louisville, Kentucky today?
Hey, while we got Elijah here, shout out to We the People. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go pull up on Elijah. What y'all was saying? Oh, we was talking about We the People. How we trying to raise this money, you know what I'm saying, so we can do this program for the youth. And we was talking about how me, Conscious, and T. Nathan are all educators in the program. The link is in my bio, right at the top. Appreciate y'all for real. Yeah, the link is in my bio, right at the top of my link tree. Make sure y'all check that out, man. Man, listen, Elijah has been putting in so much work. Elijah and her executive board have had their feet to the ground. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, we finna fix the hood. Lizzo duetted her. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should be traveling with us. Elijah, if I wasn't in the military, I promise you I would.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wish I had the time, but unfortunately I do not.
And I'm also teaching summer school this summer. It doesn't mean anything. I'll be doing it virtually.
Non-stop, yes. Elijah's putting in that work.
Yeah. If you need me, I'm available now. It's gotten better. Hello, Tony Stark.
So definitely make sure y'all pull up on Elijah, man.
Any books similar to white fragility books you guys would recommend? White guilt, white fragility, white guilt.
I didn't care for white guilt.
Yeah, I don't think they would though. You didn't need it in the same way.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and always the new Jim Crow and Stamped from the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Stamp has been turned out to be really good.
Yeah, Stamped
I'm
from the
still
beginning.
working on. What Demetri say? Elijah been out here working facts. I know maybe y'all can pull up if we beat y'all this summer.
If we continue, if we think of the community as the hood, we continue to treat it as the hood. But what is your negative connotation that you're taking from referring to our neighborhoods as hoods?
Because hood is literally in the word.
Maybe it's the negative connotation you're placing on the word than the actuality that we have urbanized the language and it's AAVE. It's no negative connotations to neighborhood. There's no negative connotations to hood. If you put it on there, so it's not about how we talk about it; it's what we do in it.
We took the neighbor out.
Well.
So are we playing a semantic argument?
You really want to get into a semantic argument about the English language with a professor and a master's student? You really? And an author? Yeah. No.
I think we should put it back.
Why?
So regardless of whether we call it the neighborhood or the hood, the reality is that until we revitalize it, we don't own either one.
Exactly. It's not the word.
So what do you? I don't understand what the basis of your argument is.
That's Eurocentric thinking.
You know what I'm saying? In order for us to do better, we have to think better.
Well, how does that affect your thinking? You understand that the word neighborhood comes from Eurocentric thinking. We didn't call neighborhoods that in our alcohol line.
We actually call them communities.
Yeah.
Tribes. So I'm trying to understand. You're making a semantic argument about a word
based in European-centric thinking. So if your thinking has to change, maybe you should move away from the Eurocentric nature of it.
How do I get in the live? Do you have dual lives?
Who is that?
Terrence. Because I rock with him. The thing about Terrence sometimes, I'm gonna be and I'm gonna say this publicly. I'm not sure if you can do a live with me. Sometimes you be riding the fence, bro, and I don't like that. I don't like that. You need to figure out what you need, where you stand at. You know what I mean? You're for unity, but then you'll say we need to. You sometimes utilize, whether it's knowingly or unknowingly, utilize the rhetoric of the oppressor, and I don't like that. I don't like that. But I got respect for you though, because he pull up to my lives all the time, and he's always, you know what I mean, bringing positive energy. He's always adding to the conversation. But it's just sometimes when it comes to our neighborhoods, you know what I mean, regardless of whether we call it the hood or the neighborhood.
I see you, Tasha.
You know what I'm saying? All children are asleep. Hey, bet that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Regardless of what we call it, the reality is that until we revitalize it, that's when we'll truly take it back. Yeah. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what we call it.
Right.
I say we as in myself, as will, I don't even know who that is, as will needing to do better. Again, we've been doing better. Yeah. That's why when I hear people say that, as in all of us, not negatively, but positive growth, when I hear people say that we need to do better, my question then becomes, what aren't we doing?
Yeah.
What aren't we doing? Because the same criticisms of what we aren't doing is what we've historically been doing.
We're in Tulsa right now. And 100 years ago, on June the 1st, there was a massacre here. A massacre of a town that was doing exactly what you're saying. You know, Wilmington, North Carolina, Edenton, you got Rosewood, you got all these towns. It's not the idea that we can't do better. We need those who have systemically held us back, or when we are doing better, systemically gets jealous of it and destroys it. This is not just, we have to deal with the trauma of oppression and racism, but we all have to deal with racism and helping end it.
He said he was just here last month doing a barbecue.
Yeah,
and that's cool. But again, I cannot act like what you said is not problematic. Because what you got to understand is when you utilize the rhetoric of the oppressor, you devoid yourself of the responsibility of the role in which put us in the place that we're in now. So when you say things like we need to do better with our thinking, my thinking is on revitalizing the hood or the neighborhood.
And my thinking is on protecting. See, that's why he's the president, and I'm the
You know what I'm saying?
defense.
So in this regard, whether I call it the hood or the neighborhood, if someone is inadvertently placing a negative connotation on it, it's because they chose to do that.
Right.
If I say, oh, this is the hood I grew up in, the hood that I grew up in, I'm still donating to the youth groups and the community organizations in my hood. Because that's where it's almost like a sense of pride. This is where I grew up at. You know what I'm saying? This is where, I stay. This is where I'm revitalizing. How can we do that without bringing the community together? How can we do that without bringing the community together? How does that even make sense?
We are bringing the community together. I mean, I think you are so steeped in the rhetoric of racism and oppression that you have internalized these tropes. It's like our communities are dealing with the trauma, and we are as we are. I got a question for you. Define better. Define better for me.
Yeah, when you say we need to do better.
Yeah, what do you mean?
And how can we do that without bringing the community together?
And skip crime, because only a small percentage of all communities engage in crime.
The community is already together. We're fixing what they broke. How do I get in the live I need to be in? Do you have dual lives, Terrence? If you do, go live.
Go live.
And then send an invitation. And you can definitely pull up. Because I would love to have this conversation with you live.
Yeah, but I'm going to warn you, it's two of us in the same live. Just going to say it. Got the fire and the napalm.
You know what I'm saying? Only thing we can do better is prosper, and that starts with self. Facts.
And that is, as long as we're not talking about capitalistic prospering as the end all and be all to our problems.
Okay? Oh, there we go. Let's get it. What's good with you, man?
What's happening, my brother? Yeah, man, y'all can't really. I don't really get a lot of comment.
I was about to say, yeah, it's hard to get the.
Yeah, it's hard to really get what I'm trying to say across.
I was telling him that I like legit rock with you. You know what I mean? Because I like your content. I like what you stand for. But sometimes you be, you know what I'm saying, leaning on that fence a little bit. So I be trying to understand, like, what's up?
And I think sometimes that people sometimes on TikTok, you only get 60 seconds. So some of your videos get left with room for assumption. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I hate leaving room for assumption on my videos. But what I've been trying to do is I understand y'all fight. I understand that and I respect that wholeheartedly. What my portion of everything is I want to start getting our young people to start correcting their minds as well. So meaning to stop, you know what I mean, always wanting to clash and compete with each other. I want them to understand that they can do better by working together. You can get more growth by working with each other rather than against each other.
It depends.
And then not only that, like I think a lot.
Let me say something.
Young kids, they're so sucked into.
Let me say something right quick. Competition is not bad. You know, you have to understand that. It's what you're competing at.
And for
life. They compete at life. I'm tired of them competing at life with each other. The more we compete at life with each other, the more
you gotta contextualize that, bro. Right. You gotta contextualize that. That's way too broad.
Okay. All right. I'm from East St. Louis, Illinois. So I'm gonna speak on from basically where I'm from. So in East St. Louis, Illinois, I can't even raise up myself. I can't sit here and go do everything I need to do in life and build my pockets and build my family up without having to worry about somebody wanting to come take it from me, is what I'm saying. I need our young people to start understanding that you don't have to be in competition with each other. If you see somebody doing good,
that's not competition.
Listen, hold on, let me finish. If you see somebody doing good, Go to that person and ask them, hey, how did you get into the position where you're at in life? Is there a way you can guide me and try to motivate me, to try to help me? Show me some pointers in life to where I can grow as well. Rather than them turning around and wanting to come kick in your door and take it from you, regardless if they got beef from you or not. Don't tell me it don't happen. I'm from the streets. I just changed my
You're
life.
not
That's all
from
it
the
is.
streets, but that's not competition.
That
That's
is competition. That's competing in life. I call that
That's not
competing in life.
competing in life. That's
How
not
is it
competing.
not?
Kicking your door in is not competing in life.
How is it not?
Number one. Okay,
I'm about to say he's about to explain.
I'll try to explain it to you. But number one, it's not a child's responsibility to save a grown man, for one. So when you speak from the fact that children need to learn, we need to teach. And we need to teach with the understanding that they have been misconditioned. Have you ever read Miseducation of the Negro by Carter G. Woodson?
No, I have not.
See, the first
I'm
thing we
gonna
have
write
to
it down though.
Yeah, right. But the first thing we have to understand is that our responsibility is to teach them better. And they didn't get that way overnight. And we need to stop acting like this is a magical Negro moment and we just wave our hands and everybody is over the trauma of oppression. See, what you're talking about is not competing, because competing in the true sense of the word is like being on a track field and you want to do your best against the field that you're running against. That's not meaning I don't want to trip you up so you'll fall. I want you at your best if I'm truly competing with you. I want to beat you on the merit. I don't want to take anything from you. I want to compete with you to prove that at that moment, my melee was better than your melee. Now, when you talk about kicking in doors and taking, that's a different mindset. And that mindset exists because we have not done the job we are supposed to do and teaching and understanding and guiding.
Now, let me hop in real quick right there. So right there is where we begin to attack the initial problems that persist in our community, right? So when you talk about, I think what's happening is we're understanding, but the rhetoric is off. So the idea of competing, what you're explaining is called survival, right? So to whereby, for example, I want to drive a Lamborghini one day. Right? Let me retract that. I'm going to drive a Lamborghini one day. That's my dream car, right? Do I know that if I go to my hood right now with my guinea, somebody might try to pull up on me and take it from me? Yes. Why? Because they're not living the life that I'm living. However, I'm consistently in my community. Therefore, I'm a familiar face. When you're an unfamiliar face, far too often, and I talk about this a lot on my platform, we get to the socioeconomic status as, especially, let's talk black men to black men. We get to that socioeconomic status and then we forget where we came from. We stop going back to those neighborhoods. We stop giving back. We stop edifying and uplifting the youth of those areas. Therefore, when they see us, they don't see progress. They see a come up. When they see that guinea, they don't see a nice car. They see something that they can sell to make their situation in their life that they're living right now better. Like you said, kicking in your front door to take what you got. They don't see you. They see a come up. So the more consistent we are in our community, and I see you out in the community, you know what I'm saying? Which is why I'm a little confused, like why you would initially think, you know what I mean, that would happen to you. Because my thing is, are you not consistent enough in your own community that they recognize you and they're familiar with you?
I'm always consistent. There's not a community, bro. I'm known in more communities than you when you got 1 million followers, and I can guarantee you that. Bro, I got my bro.
What I'm saying. We're not going to compete against you on that level.
What I'm saying is, I was just basically letting them know that's how well I am in my communities, bro. Like literally, my name is. I'm not an internet personnel. I'm not a person looking for views. I'm a person that's out there in the country. I'm out there in the world, bro. I'm out there working.
What does that have to do to conversation with you and Anthony are having? What does that have to do with that conversation?
I brought it up because he asked. He said, I don't know if you in the community, so therefore I had to speak on it.
No. See, you didn't listen to the rest of it.
You said you don't know if I'm known,
I don't know if you're in the community enough to be familiar with those individuals to have that sentiment that they're going to want to take from you. That's what I said.
Bro, I've seen best friends kill each other. I've seen best friends kill each other that
they weren't best friends.
Babies, bro.
They weren't best friends.
What do you mean, bro? No, They got greedy, bro. They wanted to sit there
They
and take
wasn't
what
best
somebody else
friends.
had.
They
Listen,
wasn't best friends.
let me tell you something. Let me
That's
tell
an
you something how people
oxymoronic
work,
use
bro.
of the word.
They
Money,
weren't best friends,
listen.
bro. Best friends not gonna put you in that position, bro.
Yeah, that's
Listen. I get what you're saying, and I understand the experience that you're speaking from. But you gotta, just like you telling us to retrain our thinking, to uplift and upgrade our thinking. You gotta understand that those not friends. A friend is not gonna put you in that position.
Listen,
A
we're
friend is
not
not
gonna
gonna
get
take from you.
nowhere as listen, bro. Our younger generation, I don't care, black, white, all of that. When I say young generation, young people, I mean every last young kid. I don't give a fuck what color they got on their skin. But what I'm saying is, our younger generation is never going to get better if people just keep telling them to keep blaming the past or keep blaming the system. They got to get their mind straight. Ain't no trauma. I don't have no damn trauma from what happened. What I have is self-control, self-discipline, meaning I had to
Say that
teach
again.
myself.
Say that again.
Yeah, you have trauma.
Listen, hear me out. Hear me out.
That.
I had to have self-control and self-discipline to change my mind frame because I wanted better for my life and my kids and my family, as well as my community. When people start doing right by themselves, they'll start doing right by everybody else. So people can't keep going around and blaming the history on everything and say, hey, it's because of this damn system. It's because of the history. It's because of the decisions our kids are making. Listen, if you got $50 in your pocket and you know that you hungry as hell and you barely get money, our kids go out and go get their goddamn nails done. I'm tired of that shit. And they'll never get their mind frame changed if they constantly have people that'll get up and say, hey, I want to end racism, but you not telling them to fix their damn mind at the same time, bro. They cannot sit here and just believe it's just racism holding them back. It's the shit that they doing. Y'all keep wait. Now I listen to y'all, bro. I listen to y'all. Y'all keep constantly every time. Hold on, wait a minute. Every time I see y'all videos, bro, I never see
now, and you're saying the same thing.
I never see a video. I never see a video coming from anybody that's screaming they trying to fix shit in our communities. I never see any videos telling our people, hey, do better in your goddamn life. Make better choices and decisions. Listen, that's what I'm doing. I'm telling them to make better choices and decisions. I'm not borderline on the fence shit. I want everything to get better, not worse. But we can't do that if people keep constantly just telling people, hey, the problem is white people do this, or the system do that, or the systematic racism, this and that shit. Y'all don't see it? That's the stuff that holds us back as a whole because we're not telling our kids the truth. Hey, you're fucking up. You're fucking up. And you need to stop fucking up. You know how many times I done fucked up in my life, and the only thing held me back is the reason that I would not get my mind right.
You want to have a conversation because you're not giving anyone else time to talk. You've
been through a lot, bro.
Bro, I just listened to both of y'all.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
The fuck out of here.
No,
bro.
You heard us. You heard us, but you didn't listen.
Yeah, and you're not having a conversation because you're making all these accusations. But number one,
it's not accusations. I watch y'all content, bro. What I'm saying is, I see y'all talking about a lot of change, bro. But I'm not seeing y'all out.
I'm constantly in the community.
Same here.
I'm constantly in the community, living as an example. You talking about what we don't show? See, that's what I mean. That's the same thing. We did not cut him off. He cut himself off because he didn't want to hear the fact that I live my life as an example to inspire. When I talk about the systemic issues that face us, I've never told anyone, I need some water.
That was a shit show for him, not for us. Because again, there's a difference between listening to respond and listening to understand. Mm-hmm. So let's fully contextualize what he was talking about. You can't say that we're competing in the hood and then give an example of someone that is going to victimize you because of the things in which you have been blessed with or that you've come in contact with that has allowed you to live a different life, to those that you grew up with, right? And for anyone, and I'm really, again, this is why I told y'all in the very beginning, I'd be unsure with his content because he follows me and has been following me for a very long time. So to take on the sentiment that we're just teaching the youth to be victims and to only focus on the past and only focus on systemic racism and things of that nature, that tells me that you're not clearly watching my content, which kind of makes me ask the question, and what are you following me for? Right? So in this regard, what we got to understand is that, just like T. Nathan said, T. Nathan shows you that he's consistently in the community. I've shown you all time after time. He said, I don't have any trauma, but he just yelled for almost 4 minutes straight. And we just having a genuine, general conversation. But you're literally utilizing the rhetoric of the oppressor, trying to have a conversation with us about uplifting the community. And like I said, my statement to him was, I'm not sure if you're in the community enough to know whether or not you have that rapport, right? Or relationship rather, with those in your community, that they would see you as an asset and not a liability. He is clearly holding a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
But see, peddling the mindset that he doesn't have trauma, he's in denial. He's really just in denial.
And he's not talking about anything I haven't lived personally. And then to say that
He went off when you said that. Yeah.
yeah, because you understand that we live as examples to inspire people. That's the whole talking point of Black conservatives when they talk about, or we're talking about history.
Oh shit, Jeremy.
That we talk about history and we're talking about holding people down. I'm out in the community feeding those who happen to be hungry. I'm in the community educating those who want education. I always talk about solutions, but all you focus on is the problem. See, I'm always talking about solutions. Not only am I talking about them, I'm being about them.
And living them.
And that's what they fail to miss. They think that we are talking about everybody just go lay down because we have been systematically oppressed. No, I didn't get to a doctorate degree by laying down. I just realized that the system was stacked against me, and that helped me navigate it in a way. But we can't also take into account that people want to talk about our personal success as an address to the systemic racism that faces the 99%. Yes, not all Black men have attained the level of success we have, but that doesn't mean that I get to turn my back on them and say, I've made it, now you've made it, knowing that the system is a fortunate series of events for some of us. And we're working for a system where you don't have to get lucky to survive.
What up, Mac?
Yeah, what's up, Mac?
Let's go. Yeah, I was sitting over here watching that play out, and like literally, I kid you not, and it's funny that his name is Terrence because my older brother's name is Terrence, and I kid you not.
You can't say it's not a competition, then make it a competition. He said he's known in more communities than me.
Yeah. Right.
You thought that was gonna rattle me.
Like, bro, like, but here was the thing, that even in that moment right there, that was such a teachable moment. And it was like, yo, like, as soon as you said, okay, well, I don't know if you're necessarily as active in your communities enough to, challenge that sentiment. If he is consistently active in his communities where people know him as soon as he step on the street, hey, yo, that's Terrence, da 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 da, or if he got a nickname, whatever the case may be, they know what's up.
Right.
That was a moment to address that, to say, okay, yeah, these people know what's up. I'm constantly doing this, I'm doing that, whatever the case may be. The fact that he took it to compare it to what your accolades are, what Unc's accolades are, was immediately the miss. Like, that was the point to address that. If it's not, then that was the moment to be like, you know what? I probably haven't been doing as much as I could. I probably could do more so that they are familiar with me. He immediately ran to the competition thing, and it's like,
but you know where that stems from, though? Not being pressed enough and not being challenged enough. Because when I made that statement, the point that I was making is that when I go back to my neighborhood, right? They know me. My name rings bells in my community. Why? Because every time I go home, I make sure that I show those brothers, hey, listen, I ain't got no beef with you. I want you to do better. I want you to be better. But at the same time, I'm not going to look down on you because of the position that you're in. And what I was trying to explain to him is that what he was explaining was not competition. It was survival.
Right.
Everybody can't say that they got a bachelor's degree, that they got a master's degree, that they got a PhD, that we don't have to flex our certificates and education and all of that stuff in order to know that we're out actually doing the work. It's a difference between those that talk the talk and those that walk the walk. And I would much rather be a beacon of light and an inspiration to those individuals that are living that life. Every time I go home, they, hey man, you still doing that Navy thing? I got guys that, hey man, you still in college? College? I've been out of college almost 7 years.
Yeah. and that's what, and it's like what Conta said, and what I say all the time. I tell my story about the time I spent in prison because I want them to see by example that you have to overcome your personal demons. Yes, society is society, but the things you can maximize for yourself, you do it and you show it to others. It's like, gunplay, I was doing that at 14. I'm not even saying it to be proud, but he was saying things. I have people now. When I talk about you won't come into North Gulfport and come into my hood and try to get me, that's because those same people that they call gangsters and thugs, right? They respect me enough because they see I put in the work that they say, no, you're not getting the T. Nathan unless you go through us.
Exactly. Because you built that rapport.
Because you built that rapport. I have been, I have houses in the neighborhood and I have never had one robbed. I have never been there because I have been there with them. It's like you say, it's like, that's what they call it. It's like, okay, Uncle say we need to do this, we need to do it. And I show them the value of what they do. So you all look at 60-second TikTok videos and I'm addressing the world. And I'm telling them to do better in their community as far as be a better example. I'm not telling them to tell the community. You live the life that you want them to lead and exemplify. And then they will see that and they be like, okay, I got you. So and that comes with that respect. That's why I couldn't understand him because he said, well, I don't go into the hood and think about someone's going to rob me.
Right.
See, that's that negativity that we have been in the media and society at large.
And indoctrinated to think.
Has indoctrinated us to think. Robberies happen, true enough, but they happen just in the white community also. They just don't solve them as much as in the black community because of over policing. But we cannot take that mindset and believe that everybody who looks like us is out to get us.
Yeah. And that's the entire point that I was seeking to make, and I was trying to get him to understand that, like I said, I've seen the work that he's done on TikTok, going into different communities, trying to bring people together, all that. But all that means nothing if you're going to literally utilize the rhetoric of the oppressor.
Okay, I got to get this one.
Which one?
Bama, Beauty 77. Why do you think it's so much black on black crime? Why do you think so much white on white crime?
81%.
We'll wait. What was the point in that? Because I just addressed the fact that every neighborhood has crime because crime is a proximity thing. See, when we talk about racism, we're not talking about just the crime. We're talking about the system and the environment that it makes it necessary for some people to think they have to survive. And if you remove capitalism from the system and took care of people on a basic level, the crime rate would immediately drop. Because people are in competition with capitalism.
He did answer. He's not deflecting. There's no such thing as black on black crime. Goofy.
Yeah, it's called
There's
crime.
No such thing.
Yeah, I'm deflecting with your stupidity back at you.
Right. So in this regard, what we have to understand is that everybody did not grow up the same way. That's facts. Everybody did not grow up in poverty. Some people grew up and didn't have to live off of survival. They lived off of love, because they had the ideal situation. The reality is that that's not the reality for everybody. So in that, we have to open up our minds, right? And open our ears, right? And listen to hear those different perspectives. No. So right now, who is that? OHTF. Well, what you're doing right now is you're just seeking to argue. So if you're not seeking to understand, then my moderators will take care of you. But if you're genuinely trying to learn, then you open your dang on ears and you will listen. The problem with you goofies is that you listen to respond instead of listening to understand. Black on black crime is a narrative. Because if we look at the statistics, black people and people of color, well, let's stick specifically to the black community. We brutalize each other at a rate of 90%, right? However, white people, brutalize one another at a rate of 81%, only 7% less. I'm sorry, 8% less. Why have we never heard of white on white crime? Except for on social media.
because we don't terminate as crime, because we'll take the drug problem in the white community and we'll call it in need of help. And they
tired of the BS. We all tired of it, but people don't understand that we can combat racism. We can talk about oppression. We can fight these white supremacists, these racists, and these bigots, while also inspiring and uplifting the community.
Walking through bubblegum at the same time.
So that was actually the point that I was.
Yeah, Buddy was like, "Oh, I see all of your videos." Clearly, you don't.
Clearly, you don't, because you would have said that I see you in the community. Yeah,
go ahead, Jamie.
Right. And I don't know if T-Nate, I don't know if you've recently seen notifications of me going back and forth with somebody, even in your comment section, because they were trying to say, "Oh, well, he just."
Yeah.
But what was funny, and I kid you not, I was at the gym. I was so entertained by this. Like, I wasn't even upset. Like, I was just entertained by this because he was like so adamant about making a point. And dude claims that he's from Germany or something like that, but every single point that he named literally was that of the typical textbook conservative. Like, you literally used every single one of those talking points we've heard 100 times before.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Oh, he just tells people what they want to hear. He got the Cash App in his bio, blah blah blah." I said, that never once have I ever heard this man in the year that I've known him have I ever heard him ask anybody for money, because he don't need to. The point is, he's coming out of his own pockets, going into the community, doing what he does for other people out of the kindness of his heart. The only reason why that thing exists is because other people have reached out to him and said, "Hey, I know I can't necessarily go and do what you're doing, but can I contribute to your cause?"
Right.
Sure, the opportunity to do that. But the examples are there. If you're paying attention, you're looking, you're seeing the examples there for both of you. And I don't necessarily post that stuff on my social media, but the bottom line is, just because you don't see it here, or just because you don't see it on Instagram, doesn't mean it's not happening. There are so many things.
He was angry. He was traumatized.
People are in the streets doing this on a regular basis, and they're not immediately whipping out their phone saying, "Hey, we out here fixing the community."
Right. And
we don't always.
We have to realize we are the only ones who realize what needs to be addressed in our community. I don't even like the word fixing when it comes to our community. There are issues we need to address. It's just like my children. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I don't need to fix them. There are issues they have that I have to address. Right. And and people want to talk about words and power of words, and then they want to turn around and not use them in a way when they want to talk about the hood and the neighborhood. We got to put the neighbors back in the hood. That is some of the most racist talking points I've ever heard, because you never hear the people say that about when we use the burbs. No one say, "Oh, we mean the suburbs." No, you call it the burbs. It's fine now.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, but when we say that, "Oh, this is our hood," we actually are repping it proudly and saying we will address that which needs to be done. But people will come in, and like you say, I'm looking at the comment and they're saying black on black crime, and you attempt to answer it with their own FBI stats, and they tell you that you're wrong, but they are getting these incorrect stats, and then they'll tell you, like, "See, this is what I mean, black on black crime, y'all are killing each other at an alarming rate. Y'all are not far behind. Y'all killing yourselves." Right. But that's not, we're not killing each other because of the color of our skin. That is what we talk about, racism and oppression.
Thank you, honey.
Yeah, ooh. But the thing that I was like really, really hoping that he was gonna grasp in this conversation, because at the beginning I was like, okay, we kind of, there's a mutual respect, there's a mutual understanding there. I feel like something's gonna get, understood at the end of this conversation. But there was a defense that kicked in, and that's what I meant when I was talking about as far as like seeing my brother. Was there's that defense that kicked in, because when you said, "Well, there's trauma," well, no, it's not, because you're literally speaking from that place of being traumatized, because everything about you elevated, everything about you just. And it's not to say there's anything wrong with this man.
You know what I love? You know what I love about these lives, bro? That they're recorded.
That they're recorded.
Let's just walk back through the thought process, right? In the beginning, he said he wasn't traumatized, right? That he said he had no trauma, right?
Right.
And then, I just literally just caught this. Then he literally said he's seen best friends kill each other.
Yes.
Is that not trauma?
You can't. Yeah, you can't see something like that and then not feel trauma.
And then what it does is it instills in you a distrust of those that look like you and those that are in your community, because now you're thinking, if he can do that to someone that he say is his best friend, what are they gonna do to me?
Because that's paranoia.
However, comma, when you are consistently in your community and people are familiar with who you are, that's not something you gotta worry about. When I go back home, they know, hey, yo, Tone, what's good, bro? Hey, the drug dealers in my neighborhood, the dope boys in my neighborhood, hey, Tone, nah, you're not finna be out here with us, bro. You got a promising future. They know. They know.
Right.
And I want to say something. I want to address this too, because instead of change your perception of what best friends actually are, you want to stick with that because it reinforces your trauma. Instead of just saying, well, maybe that doesn't define.
Maybe they weren't best friends.
Yeah. Instead of saying that, you want to hold on to that because you want to justify your paranoia. Instead of saying, you know what? If Anthony tried to stab me right now, I say, damn, we're not brothers.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
we fostered this brotherhood.
Right.
Get here to Tulsa, and then I shoot you in the head.
Right. So but I wouldn't be saying that my best friend tried to kill me. I'd be saying that Anthony tried to kill me.
Come on.
I wouldn't be, because we have to learn that if it's like
somebody snake you like that, they not your friend.
Facts. Exactly. We have to stop holding on to these incorrect narratives that fit our trauma. We have to realize that if my dog bites me, then I realize that my dog is not as well trained as I thought it was. I'm not going to say a trained dog bit me. I'm going to say an untrained dog bit me, because a trained dog wouldn't act like that. A best friend wouldn't act like that. But we don't want to change those narratives because they fit in the trauma that we have. We build what I call trauma environments. And in these trauma environments, everything that happens has to fit our trauma of the moment. So we have to turn enemies into best friends to make it fit our trauma.
Somebody said, how do you know that you're not traumatized?
I'm gonna tell you this. It's like I tell people, how do you know you're not insane? Sane people question their sanity. If you've never questioned your sanity, you're insane. If you've never thought about your trauma in a contextual sense, then you're in denial, because you cannot be, it's like people, even me, and I'm one of the least actively trauma victims I know, but I still will question how things that have happened to me affect the decisions I make. I have to do that because I don't want those decisions colored biasly by something that happened to me that you didn't do. If I look at you and I say, Anthony reminds me of this boy who beat me up when I was 8 years old, but he's not that guy because he's not as big. And because that's my line, I'm sticking to it. He was huge, but he's not that guy. But if I keep toting that around with me without acknowledging it, then I'm going to treat everybody who reminds me of that guy like that guy. Right. And when we are truly step into our power, it's not about denying trauma has happened to us. It's about coming to terms with the exact trauma that has happened to us.
And there's a quote that literally speaks to this, and it states that if you don't heal, you will end up bleeding on people that never cut you in the first place. And what just happened is he just bled on us just now.
Yeah, and he bled on the wrong ones, because I'm not letting you bleed on me, or in this case, I'm not letting you throw up on me and me tell you that's the best thing since.
And we both got white on, so yeah, I definitely wasn't about to let you.
I had white on earlier and had to get the shower because my white got dirt. As a matter of fact, my clothes are in the washing.
I'm wearing burgundy and I still ain't okay with it.
Absolutely.
But I think that but what was interesting about this conversation is that, like, literally you have two sides of, or two portions of the solution that we're working towards. Like that's the part that seems to get missed a lot of times in these conversations. And this is not on you all, because I've seen you address all these areas. But it's a thing that a lot of people miss in these conversations, and I wanted to kind of say it so that people can hear it when they're having these conversations on their own, is that when we talk about resolving issues, making progress, and all these things like that, especially when it comes to the Black community, we have to attack multiple sides at the same time. Not only do we work with the youth and mentor the youth and make sure that they grow from their trauma and make sure that they don't make the same mistakes and repeat the same mistakes, but we're also addressing the adults who are still making mistakes. We're also, as you said, going back to the hood, going back to all of these different places and interacting with different people to make sure that they change their lives and motivating them to change their lives. And they see, hey, I made it. I'm going to walk this walk with you to make it as well. At the same time, fighting systemic oppression. At the same time, addressing racism, addressing all of these different things. We have to attack all of these different things, which is why people see us, they see Black creators, they see us on this app consistently getting tired. They see us consistently getting drained at times. It's because we're not just attacking one thing at a time. Every day we wake up, we're addressing 10, 15, 20 different things at the same time being advocates for other marginalized communities.
Right.
You'll see somebody talk about how, you know, the Hispanic community is being oppressed, things that are going on in our community, and stuff that's going on how the Native American community is being affected all in the same day. You'll get that from us because we're constantly having to address all of these things, and we don't. I guess you can kind of fill in the blanks as to what I'm trying to say as far as why we do it, but there's just this onus upon us to do it because it needs to get done.
Right. I think sometimes, and again, that's why we were trying to get him to contextualize his sentiment, because you can't take every situation and paint it with a generalized brush. You can't take every single situation and essentially, for those asking for my Zelle, you can look me up by my I don't know how you can look me up. Hold on.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Zelle is usually an email address. I don't use it that often, but I think it's usually an email address.
Yeah, you probably have to Yeah, you probably had to. I don't know. Cash App and PayPal are better because I'm not giving out my email address. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. But I do got Cash App and PayPal. Yeah, I feel what Jeremy is saying. Absolutely. So really and truly, what we have to do is first we got to contextualize our argument and refine our argument, right? So when you do that, you allow for better room for people to understand you, to meet you where you are, and then to address what you're bringing forth. And I think that is where the biggest divide happened. But then also too, you have to dwell amongst people that are not afraid to challenge your mindset, right? So when someone challenges your mindset, immediately you go into defense mode. Just like I said, I literally said right before he hopped on the live, bro, you be riding the fence sometimes, and I don't like that. What did he do in the exact? Come on, bro. Like I said, he's out in the community. I never once said that he wasn't. I see the work that he's doing. But it's like when you literally utilize the rhetoric of the oppressor, it's almost essentially like if your community sees you the way that I see you, I wouldn't trust you either. I wouldn't trust you either because I see the work that you're doing. It's almost like those that say, oh, I'm not racist. I donate to Black organizations. I donate to the NAACP. You know, I got some Black friends. And it's just like, bro, first of all, why you get so damn emotional? You know what I'm saying? Like, all we doing is having a conversation. And like I said, I had a lot of respect for Buddy before he even hopped on here. And as men, if we can't have these conversations, Jeremy, if you were legit was like, hey, yo, I speak. Like, hey, you know, I respect you. You know what I'm saying? I rock with your content, but there was something that you posted that, hey, we need to have a conversation about. As a man, I got to ask myself, oh, shit, okay, well, damn, did I, you know what I mean? Like, I'm challenging my mindset. But when you don't do that and you jump directly to the defense mode, and what did he say? Something like he's known in more communities than me. Right. But then he was just talking about not competing with each other. Bro, you don't even know me.
Like, there's nothing to even quantify that sentiment. Like, you're literally saying this, but there's nothing to show that. Like, you don't. I don't. Just like I don't know how many places that you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who you
Where my gummy
are. I
bears
don't
at?
know what place you're shooting in and stuff like that. And this is the thing. Like,
Y'all see this?
I
Y'all
can
see this? Hold on, Jer. You see this? These are my gummy bears, right? And this Negro, has put a dent in my gummy bears.
What he's not telling you is that he got a whole nother bag and he got gummy worms.
That's not the point.
You can't eviscerate the gummy bears. You got to take like 2 or 3.
Ends at gummies.
Straight up. But yeah, so once you step into that realm of getting loud, he just really embarrassed himself, really. Because all we were genuinely just trying to do is have a respectful and peaceful dialogue. You know what I mean? You allowed yourself to get emotional because we were literally speaking to your trauma. We weren't speaking to you. We were speaking to your trauma. Mm-hmm. And I'll be honest with you. For me, it was something that I had to address in my adulthood. And if we address it early on with the youth, like he was talking about, which, like I said, he was making some good points in the beginning. But like I said, when you challenge that mindset, sometimes I get that way, but I'm not finna do that on no damn live. Come on, big dog.
No.
Compose yourself. You get to yell and then you leave. You storm off like a 5-year-old. You talking about teaching the youth of tomorrow and you catching 5-year-old temper tantrum. My 4-year-old act like that.
Right. So here's the thing.
She tried.
Right. Yeah. Because here's the thing about what you said. First of all, original Silver Fox said, "Go to bed, the lot of you." So apparently she wanted us all to go to bed. It's too late. So, I'm up all the time. Don't even act like that. Anyway,
about true, because we got 8 o'clock. We're going to go to coffee in the morning.
Sometimes these topics, people feel like different perspectives are invalidating their experience. And man, that's on humbling yourself. You got to humble yourself to have this type of conversation. Because again, I'm going to return back to my original sentiment. If I go into my neighborhood and those that are in my neighborhood see me as competition instead of an inspiration and an uplifting individual, then I got to ask myself, what am I doing? I know right now, if I drive to my neighborhood in a Lamborghini, are they going to carjack me? No. Are they going to stick me up at gunpoint? No, because I'm consistent. So when I make that statement to him, maybe you're not active enough in your community to whereby that they don't see you that way. That's when the trigger went off. When we say, oh, you do have trauma, you just like to suppress it to make yourself seem as though you're above those that want to actually address it, right? So then what happens is he doesn't realize and recognize that he literally admitted to his own trauma. I watched, just look at his face and the anger and the really and truly, not even just the anger, the sadness in his face from the experience that he lived through. That's not to say that you're a victim. That's not to, well, in a sense, you kind of were to that situation, but it's not to say that you're living your life as a victim. You can address your oppression. You can address your trauma without playing the victim.
Right.
There's a big difference.
And that's a talking point that they love to have against us. It's like by talking about it, you're thinking that we are victimizing ourselves when you're the victimizer. But it's just like when I was beat up. I was beat up at 8 years old. You know what that motivated me to do? To become a martial artist. It motivated me to learn how to defend myself. So it doesn't change the fact that I was still beat up at 8. I just took that and said, never again.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm telling. When I talk about history, you don't realize I'm not talking about it from the point of saying, oh, we're so indulgent. I'm talking about it because I want some of you all to understand, never again. And that might not have anything to do with you. It might have to do with us saying, yeah, I'm not going to let you do that again.
Still hurting from the past hurt. Absolutely.
Hurt people hurt people.
Facts.
Facts.
Hurt people hurt people.
So the thing is like you said, when it comes to that trauma, like I said, we treat the whole victim thing as a stigma, and like you said, we're adopting those talking points from the victimizer. But instead of understanding that being a victim doesn't make us weak, unless we allow ourselves to become weak from the thing that victimized us in the first place. It's us making the decision to say, I'm going to learn from this. What can I do to rise above it so that this does not victimize or traumatize me any further? And
then
then,
people also, Jeremy, I want to say this because you bring an interesting
mm-hmm.
point. But people have to realize there's a difference between generational trauma, there's a difference between
Mm-hmm.
individual trauma, and there's a difference between community trauma. Yep. And we cannot treat them all the same. You know, like I say, they always come into us, all you all do is talk about this, and y'all don't want to get over this, and I'll get over that. At the same time, individually, we are becoming educated. We're becoming self-sufficient. At the same time, you're telling us that we're living in the past. We are not saying, we're like looking at you like, no, I'm not living in the past because I got Google. They didn't have Google in the past. I reflect all the things about living in the present and planning for the future. Right. But that does not mean that I get to go out. Just say if I put mines in the backyard in the past. But if I don't understand that there are mines out there in the present, they still could kill me. Yep. So what we're talking about, when we talk about, I'm actually telling you the blueprint to navigate this yard past those mines. Because if you forget, you could die. That's it. And I got to get Bella up.
And think he's going to apologize for storming out? Probably not.
Probably not. And he doesn't.
Probably not.
He doesn't even.
But here's the danger.
I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? It's like my children. My children, when they used to do that, I just look at them. They didn't owe me an apology because I was still going to be me. It was they who needed to adjust their behavior to get like me.
He's on live ranting.
I hope he has a good one.
Well, I hope it's a good session for him.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, and this kind of supports literally what I was about to say, because the thing about it is for him to do what he did, but you're trying to be a beacon for the people who follow. You're trying to be a beacon for the community. You're trying to be a positive light and leader. So when you come into this space, and as you mentioned, when you come into a live and you're interacting with other people, there are some people who don't know who you are yet, and these are now people who can potentially start to follow what you're doing. Oh, I didn't know that this brother was about this. Let me go see what they're about, and then join on. And then there's people who are already following everything he's done thus far. So you got all of these videos that you're posting on your platform and everything like that, presenting yourself to be this positive role model or what have you. By doing what he just did.
Not gonna leave a fight for them to fight by themselves that we should have been fighting before they got here or before they got older, or before we left. Like, when I pass away, I want to know that my kids are in a better position in our country than what we were in. I want to know that it's a better place for our children than what it was from when I was walking around on this earth. We're supposed to want to do things to make it better for the next generation, not to make it worse. And the things that we're doing right now with each other is only going to make it worse for our future generations. And then what's going to happen to us? No, I would rather, when I leave this earth, I would rather be at peace and not have to worry about it and know, hey, look, guess what? We done taught them so much down there that we know that they're able to handle it and continue to move it forward. And to continue to move forward and continue to work on it.
That is a prime thing, right?
I'm not going to leave them empty-handed, man. We got to teach them now.
We act like he's acting, and I guess that's the difference in my spirituality also. The understanding that, number one, the ancestors never left us. We have to leave the ancestors. The understanding that they guide us every day. And you're saying about we leaving the earth. No, we're not leaving the earth. It's the ancestors are still here with us, guiding us and sharing their experience with us. We build legacies, not just physically, but spiritually also. And we draw on those legacies as we move through this life. And to think that we are detached, like my mother never said, my mother said, I will never leave you. And she meant that. She meant I might not be here with you, but I will never leave you. So I'm never going to leave my kids. I'm not going somewhere and just like live a life without them. I'm not doing that. And I will never leave them because it's the lessons you teach them and it's the guidance you still give them as they go. So to have that mentality, like when I leave here, I want to leave my kids somewhere better. No, my mother is constantly helping me make now better by sharing their experiences. And it's a mindset, but it's a spirituality set that we don't realize that this struggle requires more than just physicality. It requires mental, emotional, spiritual also. If you don't have that, you're never going to get free of oppression. You're just going to trade places with the oppressor. Does anyone know his?
I was saying that the danger of what he's doing is that in him having this this emotional outburst and the lack of listening to other people who are in the same fight and in the same walk and the same journey with him, to the point where he cuts himself off and plays this way that he did. People are watching what he's doing. You are not setting an example. You're discrediting everything that you say that you stand for. You're undoing that in this moment. So your walk, everything that you do has to be consistent. When you're talking on your platform, posting videos, when you're in these lives, when you're in the streets interacting with people, when you're giving speeches, if he's speaking to people, all of your things have to be consistent. And this right here does not match up with the things that he says he's doing. Because I would no longer believe anything that you're about if I watched you do what you just did and you came into my community. I no longer trust you to be an example to me.
Right. I don't walk around my community thinking about who's going to knock me in the head. That's not my community.
I can't fathom how you can say we need to teach the youth of tomorrow a better way, and then you throw a 5-year-old temper tantrum, in my case, a 4-year-old temper tantrum, and then storm off the live.
What Maya Angelou will say, when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. And that's the truth of the matter. I mean, once you show me who you are, and you showed me who you were when you were not listening, when you did not understand that we were sitting here quietly letting you rant. And then as soon as we tried to address it, you pretended like we didn't have enough time. You really want to you're talking to two people who have debated a large part of their life, and keeping up with time that people are speaking is a no-brainer to me. It's automatic.
Look, I was watching you do it. I'm sitting over there looking at
really and truly, to be honest, in the beginning, I really thought it was therapy, low key, for him to kind of get that out. And what he and many others like him don't realize is that if you let him talk long enough, which is part of the reason, I'm gonna be honest, I wanted to jump in so many times, but if you let a person talk long enough, they'll tell you exactly how they're feeling
and who they are.
And this is live and recorded. Bro, excuse me, you literally said, I don't have any trauma. I don't have any trauma. We need to work toward the future. Bro, I literally watched two best friends kill each other. Oh, that's trauma, bro.
That's traumatizing. Yeah. Unless you're a sociopath, then that's not traumatizing.
He just spoke highly about y'all in his live. And I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? But I unfollowed him. You know what I'm saying? Because what I cannot stand for is someone to look at T. Nathan or look at my platform or look at Conscious Lee's platform. And I know Conscious wasn't brought into this, but I'm just saying this to make a point. And say that we are the type of people that are not uplifting the youth of tomorrow. And he was talking to someone who mentioned they had trauma. Yeah, and to say that we're not uplifting the youth of tomorrow when I'm consistently getting messages to my inbox. Someone said earlier the three of us had encouraged them to go get their PhD. You can't quantify moments like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You cannot put that. I'm going to read you a message that I got right here on my Instagram. Hey, Ispeak. I want to say you are amazing. I always watch your TikToks. The North War ones always give me a great laugh. The ones about the Black Lives Matter and the police brutality are so informational that I do the time to do my research as well. I will admit that I am not the brightest, but I will bring up facts about things. I have always been a person for research over me search. Keep it up, and I will forever be grateful for the content and info in the world you passed. in the world you possess. I'm sorry. So in this regard, those are the types of moments I tell y'all consistently, and I'm sure Conscious and T. Nathan can agree with this. I don't give a fuck if you like me at all. I care that you respect me and the work that I'm doing, not just on TikTok, but in the world, period.
It's people, as a matter of fact, it's something happened today, and I knew the look on Anthony's face when I did it, right? And he was like, I don't like them. And it's the idea that I could not like you personally. Me and you might not get along, but that does not mean I'm coming after the work you do for the community.
Right.
Because that is more important. When I tell people, we have to stop this, oh, I don't like them. Okay, I don't like them. There's a difference between not liking somebody and being oppressed by somebody, right? I can not like you all day, but I will not. Jonathan Price, good example. Jonathan Price and I probably would have never been friends. But you know what? I'm still going to protest when he's killed for the color of his skin. I'm still going to be there, because not liking somebody and hating, because I'm not like them, right? I will tell you, I hate the oppressor. I hate anybody who wants to oppress, and that's a whole nother conversation. That's why I'm the Secretary of Defense. But I'm not trying to say, what I'm trying to say is that we have to, it's a lot of stuff that goes on TikTok and in social media where people are like, I don't like you, so I'm going to devalue the work you do. But when you do that, if the work is solid and the meaning of it is solid, you're hurting the struggle more than you're helping.
Right.
Yeah. I don't have to like. I say some people. As a matter of fact, y'all know I had some splashed across TikTok with members that left the fold and all that kind of stuff. But the issue is, I never said y'all have to choose sides between me and them, because as long as you're doing the work, my personal dislike of you does not rise to the point of being destructive to the struggle. I'm not going to undermine you just because I don't like you when we're fighting the same enemy.
Right.
I'm not going to do that. I don't have that kind of time. We can not like, let's not like each other on the other side.
Right.
But right now,
there you go.
We got work to do.
Facts.
Willie Lynch.
I think that's I always love movies when they do that, because it gives you a visual. I'm a visual person. It always gives you that visual when you have foes who've actually competed, and you've seen it even with like comic books. X-Men is a prime example of this, where you have the X-Men and the Brotherhood, and they constantly have this disagreement back and forth about how they think the world should how the world should be when it comes to mutant. But then beneath all of that, you see that there was a friendship between Charles Xavier and Magneto. That is something that they always acknowledge. So there are times when you'll even hear Magneto say, no, Charles is off limits. That's my friend. He's off limits. I don't agree with what he's doing.
It's interesting you bring up that, because now it has even evolved to the point that all the mutants live on Krakoa, enemies and all, because they realize that their bigger enemy is humanity. And we need to start realizing that these little spats we have amongst each other are not as big as our true enemy that's trying to kill us, that's trying to oppress us, that's trying to compromise our liberation. And you all are not, some of the people are doing a disservice to that, because even if it's something as serious as, you took my husband. Well, your husband, if he got taken, he wasn't yours in the first place. But you cannot allow that to keep you from still fighting against. You can't let them get taken by the Klan because you were having a bad day that day. You still have to fight with that same vigor. You still have to fight for the opportunities for others and marginalized groups, if that's what you're about. And if you're truly about that, all those other things, you compartmentalize. That just means we're not sitting at the same table at the banquet, okay? But I still want you to eat.
And let's also reiterate that you can still fight and acknowledge the oppression as well as the oppressive nature of the struggle, while simultaneously uplifting and empowering the community and members of the community to do and be better.
That's it.
And that's the part that these goofies don't understand, or let me retract that they purposely choose not to understand.
Good point.
And utilize the rhetoric of the oppressor while simultaneously contradicting themselves in the exact same breath.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we are all, and one thing that I can say that I value about Conscious and T Nathan is that we're all straight shooters. Either you're going to get what you're going to get, or you're not going to get anything. Period.
That's it.
So in that, like I said, and I'm going to be honest, I was really hoping that the brother stayed on the line so that we could genuinely hash this out, because he's legitimately out in the community. I never once devalued that. But when I asked that semi low-key, like probing type question, it triggered him. And that to me tells me that there's something that you need to deal with. There's something that you need to go back to the drawing board and say, hey, maybe I do need to address this. You know, and for those of you that may be screen recording or may actually talk to him, have a conversation with him. Encourage him to go talk to someone about his trauma. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all, I had to go talk about mine.
I like that.
You can't be diet woke. Facts.
But I'm going to tell you this, too. There's some people that are so woke, they need to take some naps.
Facts.
I say that. I literally say that all the time. When I see people that get to that point, they're so woke, I'm like, all right, maybe you need to take a nap.
Maybe you need to take a nap.
I was not expecting him to leave. I wasn't expecting him to leave either, to be honest.
So,
I was.
But when he threw that temper tantrum,
I was
preparing for it.
Yeah. Speaking to the point of trauma, and I definitely expect. I was waiting for it, and when I saw that thing click, I was like, "Oh, he left." And then as soon as I saw it, the screen came back to just y'all. Now, speaking to the point of trauma, here was the other thing that I thought was really, really interesting. Even though you're talking about there are other things that may be whatever, but there's also what motivates us to do the things that we do. And I know you stepped away for a moment. Maybe whatever, but there's also
that's your voice.
You good, bro?
That was your
motivation. What is the motivation to do the things that you're doing? Why are you so attentive to the community? Why are you so adamant about the youth? What is it that motivates you? And address that. Because for some people, there's a genuine love, there's a genuine desire to see growth, but then for other people, there's this need to prove something. And his activism in the community may have been questioned before he met you two. And they might have questioned it in a way of attacking him, which is why he got defensive. He heard it before, and when he heard it come from you, and it triggered him to say, oh, that person over there questioned me. Everybody's questioning me what I'm doing. Now I have to prove myself.
Yeah.
Not knowing that I was just sitting here listening to him bleed on there online.
Facts.
I heard that. You know, it's one thing to say I'm not. It's like you say, I'm not hurting, but you're acting like a hurt person.
Do you think if he talks about his trauma, he could be a better role model? Absolutely. You know, trauma could motivate you to be active in the community.
But before that, you have to acknowledge it. You can't be a good role model if you're suppressing your trauma while still acting upon it and telling people there's nothing wrong. Because then we're teaching the things that black men in this country have erroneously learned, that we are not able to process our trauma, that we are not able to deal with our emotions, that we always have to be this way. And then you're doing more harm than good when you're not helping people. It's a difference between facing your trauma and living through your trauma. And until you do that, you can't do the latter. And that you must live through it. I mean, I know people sometimes, it's like my college professor, and they say, you're too harsh and you'll never be a good counselor. And I said, it might be true, because I won't be holding anybody's hand through their trauma. I will teach them to survive it on their own, because I might not be there. You might have a traumatizing recurrence, and I'm not there. So if you're used to holding my hand through that trauma, then you're going to collapse. I'm going to teach you how to hold your own hand through that trauma and realize that, as harsh as this sounds, nobody cares about your trauma like you care about your trauma. Now, how are you going to deal with it?
Yeah, the difference between feeding you a fish and teaching you how to fish.
Right.
Deanna Supreme, someone said, ask Anthony. The Bible's original meaning is far gone.
All right, and it was nice. I'll talk to y'all later. I got to put Bella to bed. Y'all can...
I was about to say, yeah. I'm actually kind of tired at this point. It's 3 a.m.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listen, man, this was fun. Always, Jeremy. It's always a pleasure having you, brother.
Yeah, brother.
It's
Tomorrow, later today, I'll be going live, and we're going to be auctioning off for my for helping those who happen to be homeless. I'll be doing the meal Tuesday or Wednesday because I'm going to probably get back Monday, and I'm going to rest because I'm not getting any now. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm going to do the meal for those who happen to be homeless. But later today, we're going to be auctioning off a classic welder's map with all our signatures on it, with Consciously, Anthony Highland, myself, and the creator of all our artwork that you see, Metal Melter, and we're auctioning it off to the highest bidder on my live later today, or maybe in the morning.
I'm there for that. I am there for that, definitely.
Yeah, come back and see us, right?
Absolutely.
But thank you all for joining us. It's, as always, it's a pleasure. And me and Bella out of here.
All right, y'all be easy, man.